Hello everyone, I am Srajan Agarwal, your host for today, and I proudly welcome everyone to a brand new episode of Elets AI Dialogue, which offers a unique opportunity for industry leaders, policymakers, and thought leaders to engage in a series of focused discussions on critical issues and opportunities shaping India's artificial intelligence landscape. Today, we are joined by Mr. Prasanna Kasinathan, Analytics and AI Head, Product Manager Analytics and AI Head FSS. Welcome to the Innovation Talk, sir.
Thanks for inviting.
So, FSS is a leading fintech company providing payment gateway, card management solutions, and UPI solutions for leading global banks, financial institutions, and central organizations and government across North America, United Kingdom, Europe, Middle East, Africa, and APAC regions, and has over 2,500 domain specialists on board. Mr. Prasanna brings over 5.5 years of product management experience and 11.5 years of overall technology experience in this organization. He is passionate about building cutting-edge products that leverage generative AI, large language models, and software as a service platforms. So, sir, to begin with, my first question to you would be, so could you elaborate on how generative AI and large language models like ChatGPT to build conversational analytics solutions at FSS?
Yeah, sure. So we are using a lot of AI use cases in our organization. One of the key thing is the Gen AI use cases. We are using Gen AI to build a GIA, which is an AI assistant tool. Uh, uh, so using this, the senior executives of the bank, imagine they're in a meeting or some conversation. Suddenly they want to uh, discuss what's happening, which is the most used scheme, or which merchant is the most profit-making merchant. They're not a data-oriented company. They send a mail to the analytics team, or even if it is a data-related company, they need to go through the reports and to scroll through the lot of data and to bring out the insight. But with this GR, they are in a meeting, they simply pull out their smartphone, or they can type in plain English and immediately they will get the answer. So basically it helps to make you informed data decision. That's the main use of the GR, and quicker decision making. So how do you do is, when the user writes in plain English, we convert that into SQL query using LLM models like ChatGPT. Not GPT 3.5 into a SQL query, and this is pre-processed before we feed into our OLAP database. So, and from that, after the response is done, we post-process the response, and then we feed to the end user. Since we are in the financial services, we need to ensure high security and the data is not going out. So when we fetch and reply back to the user, we don't feed to any LLM models. We directly feed to our custom UI build. So that's how we are leveraging this journey.
Okay, sir. So moving ahead, in your experience at FSS, how do you ensure that analytics and reporting solutions you develop for payment gateways meet the diverse need for both banks and merchants?
Yeah, so there are different needs for the banks and merchants. So in FSS, we follow the customer first approach. We talk to a lot of customers. We conduct often events or innovation forum. We get to know their needs. After that, we really get to know what's the user's pain points, and then we prioritize those pain points and solve using a design thinking approach. And to ensure they get a proper a product or insights, we ensure the data is clean. We have as we are in the financial services, we need to adhere to compliance status like GDPR, PCI, DSS, and we also have a very strong pipeline, and we have a strong DevOps to ensure, and we have the data management quality practices and all. On top of that, we emphasize a lot on user-friendly UX design. So not only that, even after release the product, we continuously measure the performance of the product. We speak to the customers. So that's how we ensure whether the needs of the users are met. And we also conduct innovation forum and customer advisory council. Visit the customers and sit with them and we co-innovate. So these are the best practices we follow.
Okay, sir. So, sir, given your role involves developing online analytics processing systems, how do you balance the need for real-time processing with the requirement for detailed, complex analytics queries in today's fintech environment?
So actually, we segregate the real-time data needs and the past data needs. We have a strong three-tier data architecture with the data lake and all. So when we want to build any EA, ML models or any insights and all, we refer to the OLAP database and data lake. So for real time, we keep the requirement very simple. For real time, we cannot do any complex calculations. For example, you can look at Sensex or our IPL cricket score. They will just put the score. There you cannot do a lot of aggregation, complex calculations. So we segregate and limit our real-time data needs, and we ensure there are no complex calculations involved. And for that, we follow a different approach. And for the all our needs, AML needs, we follow the regular rules. So this is how we ensure.
Okay, sir. So, sir, as you know, the AI and ML is rapidly boosting in the fintech sector. How do you approach the ethical consideration and potential biases inherent in AI models, particularly in the context of payment analytics and customer data?
Yeah, ethics is a buzz thing now, and a lot of companies and governments are emphasizing on that. So we ensure good transparency, but by first informing our stakeholders how the data is used, for what purpose it is used, and what AI models we are using, and what algorithms we are using, and how the algorithms are making decisions. And we also ensure robust security measures are in place for data storage, as well as to prevent unauthorized access. Further, we also analyze and collect regular user feedbacks to identify and address any concerns there are. So as I already told, we are in the financial services. We need to adhere to a lot of complaints, GDPR, CCPA, like that. So we regularly check what are the latest notices issued from the regarding the data protection laws. So we adhere to that. Finally, we maintain a proper documentation of what AI data models we are using, and what's the data source, and what's the training process, and the decision-making criteria. And we don't store any PII information. We either mask or we encrypt. So information like card number, addresses, mobile number, most of the information, this PII related information, we don't store. That's how we ensure.
Okay, sir, as you just mentioned about the Data Protection Act, so how do you think this is changing the overall landscape, the current scenario, the DPDP Act especially?
Yeah, actually, first Europe I think they have come up with a proper detailed the AI ethics related things. And even in UK, the Prime Minister, he himself was conducting the ethics related in AI, along with, I think, Elon Musk, I don't know. Yeah. And even India is going strong. We are nowhere, I mean, the government is not taking it lightly. So day by day it's evolving. So I don't know, like initially when Google Bard was launched, you can see Google has many of your private information, right? The places you have visited or doctor you have visited, because using the hacks to Gmail, Google Maps. So you can type and get to know. Actually, I typed like, what are the places you visited in Maharashtra? So even I forget the last 5 years where I visited, but it is giving properly. Yeah, that's a violation. But I went for a trip and came back in just 1 week. They corrected it. So every week, every day, the companies are going very fast and they are correcting these ethics. Still, there are a lot of challenges or cases filed in overall in the industry. I'm telling, not talking about a specific thing. So it's evolving. So we need to continuously watch and India is also doing great in that.
Yes, so Scott, could you discuss a particular challenging product or that you have managed at FSS, detailing the complexities involved and the innovative solutions you and your team has implemented to address those challenges?
Yeah, sure. So we recently had a Simply Payments event in Bombay and Dubai, and also we had investor meeting. So the one thing which they are emphasizing is the fraud detection system. So as the technology is evolving, the fraudsters are also evolving with the latest techniques. So we were planning to build a ML based dynamic risk detection engine to detect the fraudulent transactions and to reduce the fraudulent transactions. At the same time, we also need to minimize the false positives, because if there are more false positives, the legitimate customers, they also will have bad user experience. So how to have a very robust fraud detection engine at the same time balancing the false positives is a challenge we had. So how we solve the problem? We used advanced machine learning algorithms such as ensemble learning methods. Some of them are like random forest, gradient boosting, and deep learning methods to improve the detection accuracy. So we incorporated engineering techniques to identify the most relevant features by using several parameters like transaction amount, frequency, geolocation, customers regularly transacting amount, like that, so many parameters. So using that, the ML algorithm, it is able to distinguish between a legitimate transaction and a fraudulent transaction. So yeah.
Okay, sir. So, sir, looking forward, what do you see as the next big trend or breakthrough in this intersection of AI and fintech? And how is your organization positioned to leverage this trend? And what initiatives are you most excited about in the lending or participating in the next few years?
Okay, the intersection of AI and fintech, it is rapidly evolving. There are many use cases and areas where they can apply AI. So first of all, what I see is AI is it will enable highly personalized financial services, from tailored banking products to customized investment advice, and also the AI algorithms. It will analyze the customer behavior to offer a personalized banking experience. So some examples like dynamic credit scoring, personalized loan products, and investment recommendations. So many fintechs are already working on this space, and it is also now also you can see somewhat personalized, but it will evolve to a greater extent with AI. And second thing is in the compliance area. There is a lot of scope for improvement in the complex regulatory requirements. So companies can develop AI-driven compliance tools that monitor the transactions on a regular basis, and whether they are adhering to the regulatory requirements, and they can generate compliance reports and adapt to the new regulations automatically.
Yeah.
And another area is we can leverage advanced AI technologies like deep learning and anomaly detection to identify and prevent frauds in real time. So now it's like the frauds happen and banks pull out a report and tell like 20%. That's a past. So using AI, you can we should be able to block it in real time or go for a second factor authentication. So we can also improve the standards. Like many fields right now are not passed by different participating stakeholders. So such things can be made mandatory. So FSS is planning to invest the talent and technology in these areas. We are also encouraging our folks to attend the market, the events happening in the market, and to update their knowledge according to the market standard. We are also planning to set up a customer advisory council and innovation forum to sit with our customers and co-innovate the products. So these are the initiatives we are planning.
It's great to hear, sir, that FSS was doing such a great job in developing the AI and the automation processes in the state. So it was great talking to you, sir, today, and thank you for being with us at this AI dialogue. and we are happy to have you. Yes.
Yeah, thanks, Elets, so much for your time, and I'm able to express my share of knowledge in AI, and
Yeah.
we can expect AI to do a lot of breakthrough, not only in financial services, in every industry. Let's use it for the better tomorrow. Thank you.
Better.
Thanks, Elets.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.